CSI, The Insect Detectives by Jake McGuckin. Insects are often seen as pests, nothing more, nothing less. But insects are much more than pests. They can help us by pollinating our crops, helping to improve our soil, provide food, for example, delicious honey, and they can have a large impact on how we solve certain crimes, aka murder. I have chosen Forensic Entomology as my specialist PEAC project because I want to show the world that even though these little guys are small, they can make a big difference in whether a murderer is captured or goes free. So what actually is entomology? Entomology is basically the branch of zoology, the study of all animals, concerned with the study of all insects. So when we think of forensic entomology, we are looking at the scientific study of the colonization of a dead body by arthropods, i.e. insects. So what is their impact on solving murder? Well, they are the timekeepers of a decaying body. And they can also determine whether poison was used. Entomotoxicology is a subset of forensic entomology which can be used to detect drugs or toxins in insects on a body. There are two main ways to measure time since death. One, using successional waves of insects, and two, using maggot age and development. Initially, other forensic methods are more accurate than the insect evidence. However, after 3 days, insect evidence is often the most accurate and sometimes the only method of determining elapsed time since death. The first case of forensic entomology being used in a courtroom came in 1850 France. The remains of a child was found in the chimney during the process of redecorating a home. The current occupants were cleared as suspects from the case due to insect activity. Now, let me introduce you to the insect investigators. Exhibit A, flies, the most famous and sometimes the most annoying. The Calliphoridae are a family of insects in the order of Diptera with almost 1,900 known species. The maggot larvae, often used as fish bait, are known as gentles, not a very fitting name for ravenous flesh eaters who are the pioneers or rather the first on the scene when it comes to setting up a home on a decaying body. Fun fact, they can lay their eggs in the teeth of the zip of a suitcase containing a body. Then the larvae escape through the holes where the wheels are once they're done. Closely followed by the blowflies, also from the Diptera family, the flesh flies, or Sarcophagidae. Most flesh flies are tropical, although the family is generally widespread. Many species are scavengers, with the larvae developing on either open wounds or the carrion of a dead body. Other species of fly are not interested in the corpse when the body is fresh, but are only attracted to the corpse later, such as the Piophilidae or cheese skippers, which arrive later during protein fermentation. Forensic entomologists take advantage of the behavior and developmental cycles of early colonizers to calculate the post-mortem interval, PMI, i.e. how long a body has been laying dead. Exhibit B, the beetles, Coleoptera, are next on the scene. However, they are not here to lay their eggs and set up a home. They are attracted to dry human skeletal remains in the later stages of decomposition. Exhibit C, ants, my absolute favorite type of insect, Formicidae, are an incredibly fascinating insect community which have a large impact on the decomposition of a carrion. When ants come across a carrion, they have two choices. One, they can speed up the decomposition by simply eating the flesh from the body, or two, they can use the body as a continuous hunting ground for a continuous source of food. But be warned, this can disrupt the expected PMI as they can speed up the decomposition of the body but also slow down the process by predating on the blowflies and messing up that timeline. As such, a forensic entomologist must take their presence carefully into account when determining the timeline. In conclusion, insects have a major role to play in the scientific analysis of a decaying body. I have learned that ants are still incredible, but other insects play a crucial role when it comes to this field of forensic investigation. Thanks for listening.